The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Today I want to talk to you about a small, old-fashioned book, one that's just over 100 pages long, yet it has changed countless lives, shaped modern self-help philosophy, and continues to inspire people all over the world. That book is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Now, don't let the title fool you. It's not just about money. It's about something much deeper. How to think and live in harmony with universal laws so that success and abundance naturally flow into your life. Wattles wrote this book back in 1910, long before phrases like the law of attraction or manifestation became popular. Yet the ideas he presents feel remarkably modern. At its heart, the book says this: getting rich is a science. Just like there are laws of physics and chemistry, there are laws that govern the process of becoming wealthy and successful. And anyone, no matter their background, education, or circumstances, can apply these laws and get results. Wattles begins with a fascinating idea. He says there is a thinking substance that fills the universe, a kind of invisible, intelligent energy from which all things are made. He writes, "There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which in its original state permeates, penetrates, and fills the inner spaces of the universe." In simpler terms, everything that exists, every building, every invention, every fortune, began first as a thought. And this thinking substance, this creative energy, responds to thought. When we think in a certain way, with faith, clarity, and gratitude, our thoughts impress themselves upon this universal substance, and what we think begins to take form in our lives. Now, some people hear that and think, that sounds mystical, but Wattles saw it as a scientific truth. Just as water turns to steam when heated, he believed thoughts, when held with intensity and purpose, turn into reality through this invisible creative process. But here's the catch. The process only works when we are clear about what we want. Wattles warns that vague desires bring vague results. If you say, "I want more money," and someone hands you $1, technically, your wish has been granted. Instead, he says, you must form a clear, definite mental picture of what you want. See it vividly. Imagine it as if it were already yours. This is not daydreaming. It's a disciplined mental act. It means holding your vision so firmly in your mind that it becomes more real to you than your current circumstances. You don't have to know how it will happen. You only have to know what you want, believe it will come, and act as though it's already on its way. And that brings us to the two emotional forces that power this entire process: faith and gratitude. Faith is the unwavering belief that the universe, or God, or the creative power, whatever you call it, is working with you. Even when you can't see results yet, faith keeps you steady. Faith says, "It's already mine. I only need to receive it." Without faith, doubt creeps in. And Wattles warns that doubt, fear, and worry are like static interference. They block the creative process. Then there's gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude that keeps you connected to the source of abundance. He writes, "The grateful mind is constantly fixed upon the best. Therefore, it tends to become the best. When you focus on what's missing, you attract more lack. But when you focus on what's good, you attract more good things." Gratitude is the vibration of abundance. It says, "Thank you, not only for what I have, but for what's coming." Faith moves the universe, and gratitude magnetizes it. Now, it would be easy to misunderstand Wattles' philosophy as just think and wish and wait. But he is crystal clear on one point. You must act. He writes, by thought, the thing you want is brought to you. By action, you receive it. Thinking sets the creative process in motion, but action completes it. You can't sit on your couch and visualize a fortune while doing nothing. You have to take real, practical steps in the direction of your goal and do so with excellence. Wattles says, whatever work you have right now, do it in the best possible way. Don't wait for a better job or a better time. Put the best of yourself into what's before you today. Because when you act in an efficient, purposeful way, full of faith and gratitude, you begin to attract new opportunities, new people, new resources. In other words, life responds to your energy. The universe rewards advancement, not hesitation. Wattles introduces a beautiful concept. He calls it the advancing man. The advancing man is someone who leaves every person and every situation better than he found it. When people interact with you, they should feel that you bring value, that you help them grow, that you uplift rather than compete. Because here's another of Wattles' key ideas. You are not here to compete, you are here to create. He says, you must get rid of the thought of competition. You are to create, not to compete for what is already created. When we compete, we act from a mindset of scarcity, believing there's only so much to go around. But when we create, we tap into the infinite abundance of the universe. True wealth doesn't come from taking, it comes from contributing. And the more value you bring into the world, the more wealth naturally flows back to you. Now let's talk about willpower. Wattles warns against using willpower to force things to happen or to control other people. That kind of force creates resistance. Instead, use your willpower to control your own mind. He writes, use your will to keep yourself thinking and acting in the certain way. In other words, use your will to hold your vision steady, to keep believing even when circumstances don't yet match your desire. This is the discipline of the creative thinker, to remain calm, confident, and focused even when outer conditions seem to contradict your inner vision. Now here's something fascinating. Wattles says it's not only okay to want to be rich, it's right to want it. He writes, whatever may be said in praise of poverty, the fact remains that it is not possible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. He's not talking about greed or hoarding. He's talking about the ability to fully express yourself, to grow, to travel, to learn, to help others, to enjoy life's beauty. Money is simply a tool, a means of expansion. When you have more resources, you can serve more people. You can create more, give more, and live more freely. So the desire for wealth when it comes from a creative spirit is not selfish. It's sacred. It's life seeking a fuller expression of itself through you. So what is Wattles' formula? The actual science of getting rich. He breaks it down into a few simple but powerful steps. 1. Form a clear, definite vision of what you want. 2. Hold that vision with faith and gratitude. 3rd, act daily in the best possible way with the opportunities you already have. 4. Give more in use value than you take in cash value. In other words, always deliver more than you're paid for. 5. Avoid competition, focus on creation. That's it. It sounds simple, and it is. But simple doesn't mean easy, because it requires mastery of the mind, the ability to stay focused, positive, and proactive when the world around you may be uncertain. Even though the science of getting rich was written over a century ago, Modern science keeps proving Wattles right. Today we know that our thoughts influence our brain chemistry, our perception, even our reality. Neuroscientists talk about neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reshape itself based on repeated thoughts and images. Psychologists talk about confirmation bias, how the mind notices and attracts evidence that matches our dominant beliefs. And quantum physicists talk about the power of observation, that what we focus on tends to manifest in form. So when Wattles said, "Thoughts become things," he wasn't just being poetic. He was describing a psychological and energetic truth. Think of the world's great innovators. People like Thomas Edison, Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, or Steve Jobs. Each of them began with a vision, something that didn't yet exist. They believed in it, held that image, and acted toward it with persistence and faith. They didn't compete to copy others. They created new realities. That's exactly what Wattles was talking about. The advancing person who uses thought, faith, and action to bring something greater into the world. So what does the science of getting rich really teach us? It teaches us that wealth is not a privilege for a few. It's a possibility for all. It teaches us that success begins in the mind, not in our circumstances. It teaches us that gratitude is the bridge between desire and fulfillment. And most importantly, it reminds us that when we grow rich through creation, not competition, we lift the world with us. Wattles ends his book with a simple statement of faith. There is abundance of opportunity for every man and woman to live their fullest life, and every man and woman who lives their fullest life must be rich. That's the essence of it. To think truthfully, act faithfully, and live gratefully. That is the science of getting subscribed to Leonverse for more videos like this.